So good morning, everyone. It's very nice to have you here, and thanks for coming to everyone. I would like to start by welcoming actually the new participants, the ones we haven't met before. Lord Bishop Snow is new. Very nice to have you here today. Thanks for coming. Maybe it's a good sign actually. 10 years after the Brexit, it's good to have you. Maybe that's a positive signal for the future, also on a political basis. I don't think Great Britain will join the EU next year, but who knows? in a couple of years from now. So thanks very much. We also welcome for the first time Dr. Anne Gideon. Thanks for having you here. Well, the gender balance is of course much better with you, but not just that. Also, when it comes to substance, thanks very much for coming. And Pavel Bokon is also new today. It's not about the gender, but it's about substance. Thanks very much that you have taken your time. Maybe just a reminder in the beginning: we have interpretation. Thanks to all the interpreters here. I don't know whether you know how to do it. It's select the language with this red arrow, and then I'm sure find your way through if you actually need it. But yeah, we have it at least. And also we will conduct. We talked about that before. We conduct this meeting under the Chatham House rules. So that means you will not be quoted, and you shouldn't quote anyone else. But yeah. Whatever you, I think we are here to talk freely and openly. And what is not in the Chatham House rules, and everyone can quote me, I wish you a very happy birthday today. I think it's the 52nd birthday. Is that correct? No. Just, no. Good. Okay, we're talking about the dialogue, coming to the substance. I think this Article 17 dialogue, we can of course discuss on how we organize it and whether we can organize it in a more efficient way. Sometimes I have to say, but I think what we're having today is a very efficient way. It's a sort of a possibility to speak openly, to listen to each other. And that's, in my view at least, much better than having a big event where everyone reads his or her notes and then 100 people are listening or not listening, depends. I think this format is much more, well, practical, more efficient, and also better, of course, because then we can, as I said, talk in a free way. But in general, Article 17 is a very good thing, of course. Talking to each other, building bridges is important, and we need, of course, to make our policy work. Also, we need this cooperation we are having here today. The cooperation, the support of religious leaders altogether, especially on issues like migration. We talked about that before. Which is polarizing in all different directions, and having a more balanced view on that, and getting your view, of course, into our policy is also very important. So thanks for that, and I'm sure we're talking about migration today, maybe as well. So what I took away so far from my meetings with some of you, not all of you, but some of you so far. But also with other religious leaders, that you are, of course, a sort of moral compass. I think that is also important to have in mind, and this is necessary actually now more than ever before, because our lives are impacted actually by so much change, geopolitical changes, which also has impact, of course, on religious freedom also. But also on different approaches, and change of course also comes from technology, and that is also what fuels on the one hand the hate speech which we see more and more in our societies, and we as a Commission not only as a Commission, everyone, of course, is quite concerned about this, of course. And our mission, in a way, is to protect the European values altogether, including our democracy. And fighting hate speech is one of the key things we have to fight against. Racism, of course, also that is important, and make sure that these technologies and the new technological approaches are used in a, I would say, responsible way. It's not easy always, and as we see, of course, in the public, it's not easy at all. But that's our responsibility also. And if I say the Commission is concerned, I say it deliberately because we've got, of course, other institutions as well. And Vice President Brunner, who's also in charge of the Article 17 dialogue in the Parliament, and we have a very, very good cooperation with different also meetings. We just had one in Rome a couple of weeks ago, together with diplomats, ambassadors in Rome to the Vatican. And we have a video, I think, from Vice President Brunner. I think we would just show that right in the beginning.